besides theirs, which obviously you can't believe, right? It's incredible, all of that, right? It's only like crazy anti-vaxxers who are staying up all night putting in these reports, right? Then you have to look at the vSafe data, okay? So the CDC had a program where they gave an app to 10 million people who received this vaccination. And that app was to track symptoms and any problems that happened subsequent to the vaccine. You know what's curious about that is many people were requesting for the CDC to share that data. They did not. They would not. They actually went to court to try to prevent the release of that data. But a judge ruled on a FOIA request that they had to release it. And guess what we found out? We found out that 32% of COVID vaccine recipients reported a significant adverse event. 7.8% reported the need for urgent medical care or hospitalization. Okay, I've been a physician for a long time. There's not one treatment or intervention that I've ever heard of, that I've ever utilized in my practice, that has even a 1% chance that that will actually require medical care to address the adverse events of. So now you have a whole country, we have 7.8% of recipients who literally developed a problem where they needed to be evaluated by a physician. Now let's talk about the deaths. Talk about information asymmetry, okay? We are in the middle of a humanitarian catastrophe. Right now, we have CDC data showing that the average life expectancy of an American in the span of 2.5 years dropped from 79 to 76. Who in society has to die to make that happen? If you remember your mathematics and averages, is it all the old people from COVID? No. You can't make that happen unless you lose an inordinate amount of young people. My concerns over COVID, I started to really lose it when I started to hear the normalization of young people dying on ball fields and in school and in their sleep. I am actually an expert at cardiac arrest. I'm a long-time expert on what's called sudden cardiac death. It is absolutely and inordinately rare. And suddenly, I see report after report from newspaper after newspaper from around the country and around the world, small towns, big towns, all of these people in the primes of their lives suddenly being found dead. No mention of drugs, but also no mention of vaccines. So where there's smoke, there's fire.